So the original plan was that I would be able to take this off so that I could fly without the motor maybe later on. Although, let's face it, I'm not going to want to do that really. Once I have the motor on there, I'm probably just going to fly with the motor all the time. And another problem is that even though I put packing tape all over the fuselage before I put the epoxy and the glass on here, I can't get it off. I've been trying for about 2 hours, and I'm just going to break something if I keep trying too much, I think. So I've decided to just leave it on there. And all I really need to do is access this piece of plywood from the back to put 2 screws in, not necessarily 4, I think 2 will be enough. And I have this long screwdriver here which I can reach in from the inside there to do that with. So all I really needed to do is make a couple of holes in the original front of the fuselage, which is about there. So I just used my drill here and I wriggled it around like that to make it large enough for the head of these screws to fit in. And that's going to be now permanent. Well, it's a little windy, but it is nice and sunny, so let's see what we get. Whoa, it's about half throttle. It's enough to keep it up. I don't remember this plane being so twitchy. Just gliding now. It's actually not that much fun in this wind. Yeah, I think I'll just give it a miss for today until the wind calms down. Just land. No, we're not going to land. We're going to come back around. Okay, now we're going to land. Are we? Maybe? We're going to land now? Oh man. There we go, that's better. Okay, now we've got no wind. Can climb very slowly at half throttle. But if you want to climb properly, you need more than that. Okay, motor off. See if I can stall it there and stop the prop. Yep. That's good, and it recovered from that stall fairly easily too. Full throttle? No, it can't really. It's only a 2S battery, and it's lithium ion as well, so I don't really want to thrash it too much. It's good enough, the climb speed, I mean. Look at that. Oh, didn't quite get it. No motor. Okay, motor on now. Nice having a hill in front of you like that to do that. Look at that. It's slowly porpoising. I can actually fly it just with the rudder. Because of that little bit of dihedral it has, it stays pretty level. And I can just direct it a little bit, one way or the other. Oh, it actually is a really good glider. See if I can turn it around with just rudder here. Yep. I'm just only touching rudder still. Look. Bring it over in front. A little bit of aileron there because of I was just worried about the trees, but if it wasn't for that, it can pretty much just
calmly get around with rudder only. Motor off, and then prop stop, and then we can do hands off. Let it settle into that pitch that it likes, and then we just drive it with the rudder. Oops, stay away from the tree. There we go. Easy. So this should be a breeze for the autopilot to handle, because it doesn't need an autopilot really. It's not going to do anything strange. Look at that glide slope. That's great. Rudder turn, come back here. Might still have enough height to get back actually. Let's see. Yep, should be fine. Oh, that's great. I'm still only touching rudder. Rudder. Oh, pitch. Okay, I had to touch elevator there. And now we've got some throttle. Oops. Yeah. I think we got it. The perfect trim. Oh no, it still goes up a little bit every now and then. But if I don't have it trimmed to pitch up a bit, it dives too quickly. I should have just stuck a motor on to begin with, shouldn't I? Instead of like walking up and down the hills to go and pick it up and stuff. This is way better. It still wants to swoop and then dive and then swoop and then dive all the time. How do you get rid of that? See, swoop. And that's going to dive. And then a bit of a swoop. And then a bit of a dive. And then a bit of a swoop. Beautiful. What was that beeping? I heard it beeping. I wonder if that's a low voltage alarm on this ESC. That would be interesting. It's one of those V-Good ESCs. It's either too hot, which is not the case because it's fine, or it's telling me that the battery's low, which is really good. I don't think I've ever had a ESC that does that. Very quiet. I guess it's not moving very quickly. That would keep it quiet. See if I can catch it rather than landing on these stones. Oh, you cheeky thing. I want to put the flight controller on this so that I can get some stats about it, and see if we can beat that blasted ASW 28 for a glide slope. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Pretty well trimmed now. It is still doing that swoop dive thing. Not as bad as the other day. Don't worry, I got it under control. Oh, shit. Nice catch. Seems like once that momentum gets into it, it's very hard to correct. Especially like at a low airspeed like that was, anyway. So it's beeping at me again. I'm going to quickly go home and check what the voltage on the battery is. I suspect it's probably telling me that it's under 3.5 volts.
Okay, so the cell voltages are indeed less than 3.5 volts. So, well, the ESC can't tell the individual voltages, but it can tell that the total is less than 3.5 per cell, so 7 in total. So that's good to know, isn't it?